Please stop letting your dog sleep with you until you understand what it really means. Because what you think is just a sweet bedtime habit might be your dog's most desperate attempt to tell you something critical about your bond. You might think they're just warm, or spoiled, or scared of the dark. But what if that warm little body pressed against your leg is actually a signal? What if your dog is asking a question that goes back thousands of years? What if they're protecting you, or carrying stress in their dreaming brain that starts and ends with you? When your dog chooses your bed instead of their own comfortable spot on the floor, it is not random. It's not just habit. It's communication rooted in biology, evolution, and a love so pure it can break your heart. Sometimes the way you respond can quietly hurt their confidence, or leave them feeling unsafe, or, without meaning to, damage the bond your dog would give their life to protect. In this video, you'll discover the 7 messages your dog is sending when they sleep with you. And the 7th one, it's the most heartbreaking revelation about what your dog fears most every single night. Stay with me, because once you understand this, you will never look at your dog the same way again. You know that heavy, sweet feeling when you first lie down and the room goes dark. You hear the soft click of nails on the floor. Your dog appears beside the bed, eyes reflecting the dim light, waiting. They hop up with a little grunt, do 3 slow circles, and then drop against your legs like a warm stone. You feel their weight sink into the mattress. Their breath evens out into that steady rhythm. You shift just a little because you don't want to wake them. Their paw twitches against your shin as they dream. You stare at the ceiling and think, this is my favorite part of the day. That moment is not random. What your dog is doing in those seconds is more deliberate than you think. For more than 15,000 years, dogs have slept beside humans. In caves during the Ice Age, by fires that kept predators at bay, on dirt floors of ancient settlements. This partnership wasn't just companionship, it was survival. Researchers at Duke University studied canine sleep patterns and discovered something extraordinary. Dogs enter REM sleep faster when they're sleeping next to their human than when they're alone. Their cortisol levels, the stress hormone, drop by nearly 40%. Their heart rate synchronizes with yours within minutes of contact. Scientists at Eötvös Loránd University in Hungary found that when dogs make soft eye contact with their owners before sleep, both bodies release oxytocin. That's the same love hormone that floods a parent when they hold a baby. In other words, your dog's brain is wired to love you in a way that no other species on Earth does. When your dog curls up in your bed, pressed into your chest or feet, it's not just comfort, it's biology, it's evolution, it's love made physical. Message 1. The pack position claim. You are my safe place. Have you noticed your dog always sleeps with some part of their body touching you? A paw on your leg, their back pressed against your spine, their chin resting on your ankle. In the wild, wolves sleep in formation, body to body. They do this to stay warm, but more importantly, to stay protected. Each wolf covers another's blind spot. No member of the pack sleeps alone and vulnerable. Your dog carries that same pack instinct in their bones. When they press against you, their nervous system sends signals of safety. Their cortisol drops. Their breathing tells their brain, we survived another day. We are together. We are safe. One dog owner shared that her anxious rescue couldn't relax anywhere in the house. He paced all evening, startled at every sound. But the moment she invited him onto the bed and let him press against her chest, his legs stopped trembling, his breathing slowed, and he finally fell into deep sleep. She cried that first night because she could feel how much he needed that safety. When your dog sleeps touching you, they are wrapping their fear around your strength and calling it home. Message 2. The Night Guard. I'm protecting you, even in my dreams. Have you ever noticed your dog positions themselves strategically when they sleep? Often at the foot of the bed, facing the doorway, or pressed against your back, covering your blind spot. That's not accidental. In wolf packs, members often sleep in defensive positions. The most trusted wolves sleep closest to the center, but they still maintain vigilance. Their ears stay half alert, even in deep sleep. Your dog's ancient brain doesn't know it's 2024, and you have locked doors. Their instincts whisper, if anything comes for my pack, it has to go through me first. Their paws have scent glands, so when they stretch and need your blanket, they're marking your sleeping space as ours to warn away invisible threats. A person once wrote in the comments that their small terrier always slept pushed against the bedroom door, all 8 pounds of him. If anyone in the house moved at night, he'd lift his head, assess the situation, and then settle back down. He never needed training for this behavior. He just decided that protecting his human was his job. When your dog sleeps with you, even half asleep, they are putting their tiny body between you and whatever darkness might come. Message 3. The oxytocin pillow. I need your heartbeat to heal. Do you notice how your dog settles deeper when you sigh? Or when you place your hand on their ribs? Your dog's body is designed to sync with yours, your breath, your warmth, your rhythm. When they curl up against you, both your brains release oxytocin. That's the same chemical that lowers blood pressure and slows the heart rate. For dogs who have experienced trauma, who were yelled at or left alone for long, frightening hours, your bed becomes a healing space, like emotional medicine delivered through touch. Puppies learn this from birth. They pile together with their littermates, synchronizing their breathing and heart rates to stay calm and warm. That instinct transfers to you. Your steady heartbeat becomes the lullaby their wounded nervous system has been begging for. One dog owner shared that after a difficult divorce, both she and her dog started sleeping restlessly. He paced the hallway at night while she stared at the ceiling with a racing heart. Then she let him sleep on the pillow next to her, nose tucked under her chin. Within a week, they were both sleeping through the night. She said, "We fixed each other with heartbeats." When your dog sleeps with you, your presence is the biological anchor that tells their nervous system it's safe to rest. Message 4. The scent exchange ritual. I want to smell like family. Why does your dog insist on sleeping on your pillow or needing the blankets before they settle? You might think they're just being difficult, but there's profound biology at work. Dogs have scent glands in their paws. Every time they need your blanket or stretch across your pillow, they're leaving their signature. They're marking your bed as shared territory, but they're also absorbing your scent into their fur and skin. Your unique scent profile calms their nervous system more effectively than any medication. It's why they bury their nose in your dirty laundry when you're gone. It's why they sleep on your side of the bed when you travel. They're weaving your scents together because it makes them feel complete. A person once described coming home after a week away to find their beagle asleep on a pile of unwashed clothes. Not on the clean laundry, not on the expensive dog bed, on the pile that smelled most intensely like their human. When your dog steals your pillow, they aren't trying to dominate you. They're trying to wrap themselves in your essence. Drop your dog's name in the comments if they refuse to sleep anywhere but pressed against you. I want to see a wall of devoted sleeping companions. Message 5. The vulnerability trust. I'm giving you my weakest moments. Why does your dog sleep on their back with their belly exposed? Or press their throat against your leg? It looks silly, sometimes annoying, but it's deeply vulnerable behavior. In the wild, wolves protect their stomach, throat, and hindquarters while sleeping. Those are kill zones. When your dog exposes these areas to you, they're giving you their most vulnerable parts to guard. They're saying, if something goes wrong, I'm counting on you to protect what I cannot protect myself. This is also about temperature regulation. Your body heat helps them maintain steady warmth through the night, especially small dogs, seniors, and lean breeds. They push and shove and sigh, trying to mold their spine to yours. It might feel clingy, but for them, it's survival and comfort braided together. One owner shared that their greyhound, a nervous ex-racer, could never relax in a dog bed. Too exposed, too cold. But when allowed into the human bed, he would press his narrow back against her chest like a puzzle piece, then exhale from the bottom of his lungs. Within minutes, he was limp and dream-twitching. She said, I became his living armor. When your dog sleeps with you in those awkward, heavy ways, they are trusting you with the parts of themselves they cannot defend alone. Message 6. The dream witness. I need you near while I process my day. Have you ever watched your dog's paws twitch as they sleep, or heard them make soft whimpering sounds in their dreams? Dogs enter REM sleep, and their brains replay the day's events. They run through remembered fields, relive moments of joy or fear. But here's what most people don't know. Dogs sleep more soundly and dream more peacefully when their human is nearby. Your presence allows their brain to process stress without triggering a full wake response. The scent of you, the sound of your breathing, tells their sleeping mind, you are safe, you can let go. A person once wrote that their border collie would whimper softly in his sleep, legs paddling as if running from something frightening. The moment she placed her hand on his side, the whimpering stopped. He'd sigh deeply and settle into peaceful dreams. Her touch was a bridge between his anxiety and his rest. When your dog dreams beside you, they are asking you to stand guard over their most vulnerable mental state. Message 7. The mortality awareness. I know our time is limited. This is the one that will break your heart. Have you noticed that senior dogs sleep closer? That they wake more often just to check that you're still there? That they rest their head on your hand as if memorizing the feeling? Dogs live in the present, but they carry an instinctive understanding of time's passage. Every night they sleep beside you is a night they're choosing to spend their finite existence in your presence. They don't know how many nights they have left, but somewhere in their biology, they understand that each one is precious. In wolf packs, the most trusted relationships are measured not by who you hunt with, but by who you sleep beside, who you trust to see you helpless. Your dog is making that choice every single night. One person shared that during their dog's final week, he stopped eating and playing, but he never stopped sleeping in their bed. Even when he was too weak to jump up alone, he'd stand beside the bed and wait to be lifted. His last conscious act was to rest his paw on their arm. They said through tears, he chose to give his last dream to me. When your dog sleeps with you, night after night, they are quietly saying the most powerful sentence a dog can say. My life is small, but I choose to spend it next to you. But here's what you need to watch for, because not every sleep behavior is healthy. If your dog won't sleep unless they're physically touching you and panics when you move away, that signals severe separation anxiety. If your dog growls at family members who approach the bed, your sleeping space may have become a resource they feel forced to guard. If your dog's sleep is filled with constant twitching, whimpering, or sudden jolts awake, they may be reliving trauma in their REM sleep. If you wake up tired, sore, or resentful every morning, your dog's sleeping habits might be quietly damaging your own health and patience. Your dog is always speaking. The only question is whether you are listening. So what can you do with this knowledge starting tonight? First, make the choice intentional. Decide where your dog will sleep and invite them, instead of just letting it happen. Pat the bed, say a calm word, and let them know this is a shared, sacred space. Your dog feels safer when the rules are clear and loving. Second, create a den feeling. Dim the lights, lower noise, keep the same blanket so it holds both your scents. Your dog's powerful nose needs consistent sleep smells to tell their brain, we're safe, we're home. Third, watch their body language at night. Notice if your dog sighs and melts, or stays tense and alert. If they never fully relax, talk gently, slow your breathing, and place a calm hand on their side. Your steady rhythm can teach their nervous system how to let go. Fourth, give them a backup option. Even if you allow bed sharing, place a soft dog bed right beside yours. This gives them choice on hot nights while keeping the bond and den feeling close. Choice builds confidence. Fifth, protect your own rest. If your dog is hurting your sleep, try moving them to the foot of the bed or using a body pillow as a gentle barrier. Speak kindly, but be consistent. When you are rested and calm, your dog gets a better version of you. When you turn off the light tonight and feel your dog climb onto the bed, remember this. You are not just sharing blankets. You are stepping into a story that started 15,000 years ago, when a wild animal laid down by a human fire and decided to trust. Every little sigh, every warm weight against your legs, every soft dream twitch is a tiny oath of loyalty. Your dog doesn't care where you live, what you earn, or what the world thinks of you. They only care that when the world goes dark, your heartbeat is close enough to hear. The way your dog sleeps beside you is one of the purest love letters you will ever receive in this life. Tell me your dog's name and share your favorite sleeping story in the comments. I read every single one, and I want to know about the dog who chose you. Next video, we're talking about what your dog's morning routine reveals about how they really see you in the family hierarchy.